Les bon temps roulé, big spenders. Happy Mardi Gras. Um, I apologize for missing last week. It was crazy. I might get into that later, but I actually recorded a video and just never got around to posting it. Things were kind of crazy. But this week is better. I'm wearing real clothes, even below the desk. um, I had my first migraine appointment in 2 weeks because I've been down for 2 weeks with migraines. It has sucked. Um, they finally seem to be easing up a little bit. Therapy is still going really well. When when I've been able to go, I went today and got some good information and got some good help for what I need to be doing. I hate seeing the reflection of my phone and my glasses when I record these. I know. Nobody had noticed that until I said it, I'm sure. Anyway, uh, but yeah, it's Mardi Gras Day. And I hope wherever you are, you're doing something decadent because that's what today is about. Um, yeah, I finished the last of my king cake yesterday. Almost went out and got pashkis today because, for those of you who don't know, that's an Illinois thing, I think. We do big, thick, fluffy, filled donuts, Polish filled donuts called pashkis. Um, our pre um, Ash Wednesday treat. While I was at my migraine appointment, I was like, I wonder if it's too late to get pashkis from the one bakery here that does them. It's, I think, more of a Chicago thing, but uh, yeah, I decided I can't even. I almost threw up every time I walked to my car today. I don't need pashkis, or maybe I do. I don't know. I had some. I got my pashki fix weekend before last. Yeah, raspberry jelly and Bavarian cream. And I ordered 3 king cakes this year. Yeah, one from New Orleans, 2 from here in Belleville, in beautiful Belleville, Illinois, from the lovely Clara Bees. Had a strawberry cream cheese. Well, we were supposed to have a strawberry cream cheese one and a pecan praline one, and I think we got 2 pecan praline ones, but I have zero complaints because they were delicious. Speaking of New Orleans, I'm going there. And I keep thinking that I'm headed there like in a week. And no, I've got almost a month until the trip. I'm driving like I did last spring, and uh, I'm leaving on March 8th. So not it's a couple of weeks still. Um, but every time I turn around to schedule something or looking at my budget, I'm like, oh, I gotta remember I'm going. No, you got a couple of weeks. Chill out. Um, but yeah, 3 years ago, my friend Susie and I went to New Orleans the weekend after Mardi Gras, and I actually really liked going down there at that time. I'm not a big fan of crowds, and by then the crowds had kind of, well, had definitely left. Uh, some places were closed. That was the only bad part. Some bars take vacation right after that, and some of the restaurants do too, and understandable. It's a good time too. Um, but it was um, a really interesting experience because all the beads are still hanging from the trees, and we still had glitter in our hotel room because it doesn't go away. And Yeah, it was a good time to be down there, and I'm excited for this post Mardi Gras trip too. Yeah, I keep thinking about it, and I'm going to be staying at my favorite place. I haven't stayed there in 2 years, 2.5 years. I'm staying at the Royal Street Inn. I got lucky, and I got one of their suites. It's the same suite that Susie and I stayed in 3 years ago. And what's funny is um, Royal Street Inn is like 5 or 6 suites. I never can remember how many. And most of them are on the second floor. And it's one of these old New Orleans buildings where you've got 3 floors and the wrought iron railings and on the balconies and just perfect. Perfect. Um, one of the suites is downstairs and opens to the sidewalk. It opens onto the patio of our bar, which is my favorite bar, possibly in the world. Yeah. I love our bar a lot. And it's the same owners as Royal Street Inn. And yeah, and my goal is to, I've got that, I got the downstairs room. It was either that or their biggest suite, which I don't need. So, and having stayed in that first floor one, it's like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It has a lot. The locks are good, but it's only the door to my suite is only a couple of feet away from the side door into the bar, and like I said, it opens up, and you can just directly take 2 steps, and you're at a patio table for the bar. Um, when we were down there, and Susie and I went, love to tease Susie about being a, a little old lady. I'm sorry, I had the hiccups. And one night, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday night. It all runs together. We were in our suite. It was midnight, after a little after midnight. We're old. We were calling it a day. And Susie is wearing pajamas with, I swear to God, a grandma house coat over them. Got her hair up, and she's done. She's done. And we could hear the people outside, and uh, we're like, my God, it sounds like they're about to come into our living room. And that was because we didn't know this. Well, Susie decided she was going to say something. I'm like, come on, it's New Orleans, it's the weekend, it's a bar. We have earplugs. We're not trying to sleep right now. Whatever. And she said, I'm going to say something. Okay. She opened our door, and these poor girls like fell into our suite because they were just leaning. They were standing on our stoop, leaning against the door, talking. They were, they were fine. They were fine. And then they looked up, and it's like Grandma is there to scold them. Meanwhile, I'm just laying on the couch laughing and covered in glitter that had been on the couch from people before for Mardi Gras. Our bar was in the news this morning. Uh, yeah, I saw it in the NOLA.com. It came through my timeline. Shia LaBeouf. I'm a movie person. I know he's an actor, and that's all I know. That he's been troubled and was apparently sober and no longer is. Um, I saw a story last night that he was being a menace around the French Quarter, and apparently he crossed over into the Marinier, which is where our bar is located, and that's where his reign of mischief stopped because he got his ass handed to him. Uh, Good work, our bar. Good work. So, and it's really funny because our bar is partially owned by my future ex-husband, Greg Dooley of the Afghan Wigs. And I was the first to post on the fan board. Like, did you see this? And like three of us did. So, yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to hearing stories about that when I'm down there. I might even get a haircut when I'm at our bar because that's one of their things. Is on Monday you can get a beer and a shot and a haircut for like $20. I might get a trim. They have a barber chair sitting in the middle of the bar because why not? So I might do that just to say I did. uh, yeah. So I'm excited about New Orleans. I'm ready. Mardi Gras got me fired up and ready. Uh, I'm planning just a really quiet trip though. Yeah, I say that, and my goal is to spend as much time sitting on my stoop as I can. I'm gonna take some real books, not just ebooks, not just my e-reader. Um, Man, just sit on the stoop, sit on patios, coffee houses in the neighborhood, and at the bar, and just read and hang out and talk to people. And yeah, I don't have any big. Well, I mean, I do have one big New Orleans plan. Yeah, I do have a tattoo appointment. So we're adding the last delicacy to the world's dumbest tramp stamp. If you're not familiar with the world's dumbest tramp stamp, go back to the very beginning of the website of the Substack, and there's a story about getting tattooed in New Orleans with Susie, and it's turned into a thing. So I'm excited about that. I'm driving to Jackson, Mississippi, spending the night there, and then planning to get up at a decent time. I mean, I'm going to be rolling into New Orleans on Monday morning. My appointment's at 2 on Monday, and it's a 2.5 hour drive from Jackson. So yeah, I'm totally planning on rolling into New Orleans at lunchtime and grabbing a bite to eat and getting my butt tattooed and then checking into our bar and checking into my suite. Home sweet home. I'm excited. So ready to be in New Orleans. I haven't been since last May. Like, oh my God. See, and I have this thing. It's part of the reason why I haven't been to the Pacific Northwest. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, also, who one of my LA friends who used to live in Napa and just got back from visiting there and was having I almost didn't want to come back. And I mentioned, I haven't been to Napa. He's like, oh God, you haven't been. Like, I know it's like the reason why I took so many years to get to New Orleans, the reason I haven't been to the Pacific Northwest. Kind of afraid I won't come back. Kind of afraid that it's one more place to miss. It's one more place, you know. I don't think I can fall in love with another place. I've got too many. Polyplastuous. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, I've spent the past 2 weeks dealing with migraine hell, but it's getting better, and we've got tools to make it continue to get better, so that's good. Um, had some journalist hell. Pop over to another Jane Pratt thing, and look at the piece that I published about drunk driving last Monday. That kind of took over my week. Person I wrote it about found it. Oops. So it goes. As Anne Lamott, who, if you're not familiar, Anne Lamott is a writer who writes about writing. I usually don't like writers who write about writing, but I like Anne Lamott. Uh, I'm also not a big quote person, but I have one of her quotes memorized, live and die by it, and it was the rule of law last week. If people want you to write warmly of them, they will behave better. And on that note, um, yeah, I'm gonna drink my coffee. Drinking a beautiful, yeah. Um, I finished my bag of Big Chief, which is the Mardi Gras blend from French Truck Roasters, which is a roaster in New Orleans. They're one of my favorite coffee roasters in the country, and to the point where I mail order from them. I ordered from them yesterday. They had a Mardi Gras sale where all of their Mardi Gras related stuff was 25% off, and they have a special blend for Mardi Gras called Big Chief, and they donate some of the sales to oh, I can't remember the name, but it's the organization that helps preserve the history and maintain the present of the Mardi Gras Indians, which is a whole part of Black history that if you're not familiar, definitely dive into it. Interesting stuff. There's a museum in Treme in New Orleans dedicated to them. Anyway, Big Chief blend French truck coffee is really, really fucking delicious. So yeah, I got a 2 pound bag mail ordered yesterday for the 25% off. And so, anyway, before I wrap up, I will shout out to Mark in New Orleans. I hope you're having fun today. Miss you. See you in a couple of weeks, I hope. Hope you're all having a good time. We need it. We need it. We need a good time, and then we need to hunker down and do some shit. All right. Love y'all. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support.